What's up, IndyCar? Hope you guys are doing well this Wednesday. No matter where you are, I know the world right now is just seems like it's going a little crazy. And then our world in IndyCar is no different right now. In fact, this Wednesday, we're not going to do what we usually do. We're going to hit pause real quick on our study through 1 Peter. I think this Wednesday, this week is a real monumental week in the life of our world and the life of IndyCar. Now, I could certainly talk for a long time about all the violence and everything happening on that front, the racism, and it's God made it really simple for us, and that's we're all created in His image. We are image bearers of an amazing God. Genesis 1:27 is very clear, and we need to treat each other like it. And that's all I'm going to say about it. We need to love one another big time, especially now. We need to go above and beyond to show Christ's love, to show love. But the reason why we're really hitting pause today isn't so much of what all is happening in the world. It's what's happening in the world of IndyCar. This weekend's a big weekend. We're kicking this 2020 season off finally at Texas Motor Speedway. And believe me, there is a lot of excitement about it. Texas, one of my all-time favorite racetracks. Of course, Indianapolis is always number one, but Texas, I love it. But I'll be honest with you, the same thing that I love about Texas is the same thing that I fear about Texas. It is some great close racing, but there's a lot of, it's intense, right? It's dangerous. And so, I think as many of you have probably paid attention, there's a lot of variables going into a race. This isn't just a normal race, right? It's the first race of the season. The guys haven't been in a car in months and months and months. They've been playing video games. The crews are getting back into the swing of things. Their families are getting back into the swing of things. It's the first race with the aero screen, and it's the aero screen at night. There's about 10 to 15, I would say, major variables that aren't usual. They're not typical. And that's what makes this weekend very monumental. And that's why I wanted to talk specifically about our role. If you're still watching me right now and you've now paid attention for the last 2 minutes, that tells me you're a part of this ministry. It isn't just Chuck and I out there doing cool things for the kingdom that we get to be at the racetrack. You're a part of this with us. If you are watching and you are engaged with this ministry, we need you. We need you right now. We need you this week. We need you this weekend. You see, it's IndyCar's job to provide a great show, some great racing. And I'll be honest, it's our job as IndyCar ministry to provide spiritual support. It is our job to lift these teams, these crews, the officials to the throne of grace for God's protection. And I'll be honest with y'all, we need you. We need prayer over this weekend, over this race, over this season. Frankly, this is kind of our time to shine and trust God that He's going to do something amazing this year, that He's going to do something amazing this weekend. And so I just want to take a moment to implore you, to ask you to join us in prayer, commit to prayer. That is the most powerful thing we can do, is to pray for these drivers, their protection, their safety, to pray for the leadership of IndyCar and the decisions they're making and what's going on behind the scenes, to pray for these teams and their family members. Please, I ask you just join us in prayer. I'll be honest with you. The IndyCar organization has just done a phenomenal job in getting ready for this weekend. Jay Fry and his team are just a group of amazing people that are doing an amazing job. And so it's time to go beyond just being entertained and being a fan to being a part of the action. And how you can do that is by praying. So I ask that you commit to praying with us. For me, as I'll be there, I don't know what to expect. I know that there's a lot of safety protocols in place. And so I would certainly appreciate your prayers as well. And so I'm not going to sit here and talk about we need to be praying without praying. So why don't you join me real quick as we pray. God, thank you. Thank you for those that are listening under the sound of my voice, that God, they are part of this ministry with us. God, thank you that we're not meant to do this alone, and that you've created this ministry to serve the paddock of IndyCar racing. And God, I pray, God, for your hand of protection this weekend. There's a lot of uncontrolled variables out there, and God, we just submit to you and ask that you would intervene in a mighty way for a powerful weekend, a safe weekend, a smooth weekend. God, I thank you so much for your own grace in our lives, and God, may we show that grace. May we reflect that love to a hurting world. We love you, Jesus. We praise you. Everyone, thank you so much for just tuning in for a few minutes. Again, please be praying over this weekend. We look forward to seeing you back next week. Have a good day.